Akhuwat has, extremely good achievements, and its progress is enviable. We started with the first loan of 10,000 rupees only, which was given to a widow. She purchased 2 sewing machines with these 10,000 rupees, and she worked so hard that within the next 6 months she not only sustained her family, but she also married one of her daughters, and very proudly she came back to us after 6 months and returned the money. So that was the beginning, and that 10,000 rupees, that is increasing every day, and by the grace of God we have been able to disburse more than 1.2 billion rupees so far, and the number of beneficiaries has exceeded 100,000. So this is the achievement, that without any major international funding, we have been able to inspire the society, inspire the philanthropists, inspire the donors to come up and give some money in the credit pool, so that we can utilize that credit pool as a revolving fund, and we can give that money to the people in need and then recover it and then redistribute it. So by starting from 10,000 rupees, we have been able to reach exceed the 1 billion milestone, and the beneficiaries are more than 100,000. And you will also be happy to know that the recovery percentage is extremely exemplary. It is 99.8%. This has proved that people are credit worthy, people are trustworthy, people are bank worthy, and some people say that when you give people money free of cost, then they might not return it, but that's not the case. People take interest-free loans, utilize those loans, and then return those loans. Another dimension which I would like to highlight is that in the first question I mentioned that one of our principle is converting our borrowers into donors. So you will be amazed to know that these poor people who start small businesses, they have turned out to be donors, and only during the last financial year we were able to get a donation of more than 14 million rupees from these people. Whenever they come to pay the monthly installment, they give 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 30 rupees over and above the installment as their share in poverty alleviation, as their donation and as their contribution, and their association with this concept, with this organization, with this institution is so strong that there is a kind of an ownership, and they think that Akhuwat is with them, and they are with Akhuwat, and they would like to help Akhuwat grow. They would like to increase the credit pool so that many other peoples like them can also benefit. In a short span of time, in a few years, we have been able to start more than 60 branches in 3 provinces of the country. We are in KPK, we are in Punjab, we are in Sindh, and now we are going to start our operations in Balochistan as well. As far as the question of Akhuwat's role in flood affected areas, I'm extremely happy to highlight that probably Akhuwat is the only microfinance organization which dared to enter the flood affected areas. People used to say that in catastrophic situations the affected families usually don't you cannot have the loans, because there is a different kind of mindset and people start believing in charity. But in the floods last year, Akhuwat ventured to enter into the flood affected areas. We identified people who had lost their businesses, we gave them loans, and a majority of them started their previous businesses. Some of them got loans for building their houses, and they rebuilt their homes, and only in a 4 to 5 months time period we were able to help rehabilitate more than 5,000 families. This is, by the way, unprecedented that a microfinance organization immediately enters into the arena after a catastrophe, after a big tragedy, and then helps people with a message of a different kind, with a message of hope, with a message of self-reliance, with a message of shying away from charity and doing their businesses afresh. So this is also an exemplary effort, that by the help of society, by the help of civil society, we raised funds immediately after this flood, and instead of doling out and dishing out money to the people and making them or converting them into beggars, we provided this money to them and they started their businesses. And not only they started their businesses, but you will be happy to know that the recovery percentage is exactly 100%. That proves our point that if you bring two sections of society together, if you bring haves and have-nots together, and if you support people without any commercial motives, then you are able to inspire them, you are able to motivate them, and you are able to prepare them to help each other. So this is how we are contributing to build the society in Pakistan.